Good morning, it's Barbara. I forgot to show my gizmo. When I noticed it, it was 73 degrees and it's got a very high humidity. I don't know what it is. But my tree right there, it's 70, did I say 5? 73. But it's pretty humid out here. It's going to be kind of a hot, humid day. You can hear my wrens over there. They're very talky today. When we were weed whacking and everything, I had Dennis look in the clothespin bag. There is a nest in there, but there are no eggs. And it's the end of, it's the first day of summer. Or winter. Summer in the north, winter in the south. Cheers. So it's a little bit late to be laying eggs, was where I was going with that, but we shall see. So I made biscotti yesterday. I was trying to think, what did I do? I made biscotti yesterday. Dennis planted his, I helped Dennis plant his cucumbers. And yeah. The other thing is, I don't know if I told you this, would be unusual if I didn't, but I'm not sure that I told you this, that on Father's Day when I spoke to my son, he asked me if I would come down to Florida and pick up the girls and fly them back home so that they didn't have to do the drive. Oh, I must have told you that. Which, of course, I said yes. Because I had done that the other direction when Sammy wasn't even 2 yet. And Isabel was on her way to 5. They stayed with us for a couple of days while Jason and Allison drove their truck down. And then I flew them down to Florida so that they wouldn't have to do the drive then either. So I've said, of course. So I was thinking about it last night. And I've been seeing all these articles about how, 100 flights a day are being canceled, and, they're pretending COVID's not here, but they don't have enough people who aren't sick to fly the planes. So I was trying to picture trying to come home with 2 kids in this kind of situation where, if you saw Chevis's podcast about when she went to Maryland Sheepman, well, she had to sleep in the airport overnight. Now, we wouldn't do that, obviously, because Jason would pick us up again and take us home. But anyway, I started to feel like it was going to be a very, very stressful few weeks, month of worrying about it and trying to figure it out, and I'm sending him texts saying, try to get us on the earliest plane you can, because then that'll give us more chances if we get, if the planes are canceled or bumped off, to be able to, make it and all this stuff. So I've been thinking about it and kind of worrying about it. And then I got a brilliant idea. I have booked the 2 girls and me in a room on a train from Tampa to Philadelphia. We're taking the train. It's a 24-hour train ride. I mean, Jason said that Allison was stuck in the airport for 14 hours when she recently did a trip. I don't know where she went. She may have come up here to see her mom. 14 hours in the airport. Anyway, so we're having an adventure. We're going to be on a train. Now, when we tried to book it online, it was super expensive. Well, it's expensive. Don't get me wrong. It's expensive. In the United States, it's ridiculous expensive. But it's doable. When we tried to book it online, it was like $3,000 for us to take this train in a room, because with 3 people, you need a room. Because anyway, Well, you don't. You can sit and coach, but I didn't want to do that. But it also wouldn't let me put 2 kids in when I was doing the search and stuff, because it just came up with a message saying you can't have 1 adult with 2 kids and get the discount. I'm like, okay. So anyway, we thought about trying to figure out if we could be in a roomette like I had when I went to Mississippi last year. And I think we could have. I'm just trying to picture the girl sleeping with a head at each end and feet together, I don't know. Anyway, so I called Amtrak and left a number for them to call me back because I wasn't going to sit on hold. I have plenty of time, I think. But within 10 minutes, a lovely woman named Wanda called me, and it turns out she was based in Philadelphia, because she's like, why do you want to come to Philadelphia? I'm like, oh, they're moving north. I give her the whole story. We had such a nice conversation. And anyway, I think what happened was she was able to put them both in as kids, because we couldn't put in 2 kids. And I think that's what was all the difference. So anyway, we are going on an adventure. And I just texted Jason and to let him know that for me, I don't need to fly out first thing in the morning because, number one, Dennis is driving me to the airport and nothing happens first thing in the morning. Good. And it's just me. I mean, I was trying to figure out, wrangling the 2 kids and, just trying to figure out the best way. So when it's just me, it's no big deal. So he just texted me back and said the girls are very excited and that Sammy's telling everyone at camp today. So that's going to be fun. I am very excited about that. The only worry, of course, is the COVID and how we're going to handle that. Masking is extremely optional on the train, apparently. So, when I was on hold for a while, they gave you a spiel. And the spiel was basically, if you really want to wear a mask, we won't make you feel bad about that. That was their spiel, essentially. You can do that if you want. But staff and customers are not required. So I'm like, okay, well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But anyway, it's going to be an adventure and I'm very excited about it. I'll have Dennis order some of the super good masks in children's sizes. They should have them anyway. And I know that there is such a thing, so. But I'm very excited and the girls are excited. So what turned into like a month of stressing has turned into a month of thinking about our adventure. I'm so excited. So that'll be fun. So that's my big news. That's it right there. I haven't gotten a chance to talk to Megan, but I do know that 8 or 10 of you have already found the Flame and Fibre Zoomies Facebook group. So I'm just going to put a link below to the Flame and Fibre Zoomies. And I'll put it here because she's spelling fiber F-I-B-R-E, which is the not American version of spelling in English. So all the other colonies and, England spell it F-I-B-R-E. It's only the United States who, we never do anything like, anybody else. We are not metric, everybody else in the world's metric, not us. We're not doing that. Anyway, so it's it's Flame and Fibre, F-I-B-R-E, Zoomies, because she was inspired after our Zoom call. A little bit the way I was, like, oh, we talked about things and I don't remember what they were. And she thought that we could continue our Zooming conversation. But it's not just for people who can Zoom. It's for anybody anybody who's interested, who watches this vlog and wants to interact with the other wonderful people in this community. It's amazing to me how many of you I feel are friends, even though most of you I've never met in person. And Facebook is an excellent place for having conversations. Ravelry does not really lend itself well to conversations. So I would love it if you went to that group. I will try to be on it more. The last time I went to Facebook, I had 99 notifications. But I will try to be better. I was on there the other day just to see, and it looked like I think there were like 9 people in the group already. So I'm pretty sure Megan sent me an invitation. And if you can't find the group, or I'm pretty sure that all you have to do is like apply to join. It's not a completely open group that you just join whoever. Apply to join, and Megan is the administrator, and she will invite you in. Keeping in mind that she's in New Zealand, so she's on a very different time zone than most of the rest of us. Maybe not all of us, though. There are a few Australians, and so who knows? We might have more New Zealanders than just Megan. It's possible. But anyway, so if you don't get a response right away, keep that in mind. But I will put a link to the group below, and if you can't find it, or you can't get in, or and I don't know, I'm not sure. I think that she's just gonna let anybody in who asks, and if we end up with people who aren't part of our group or who are rude in any way or whatever, I think she can just uninvite them. Because I don't think there's any like questions or whatever. I mean, we're really assuming if you found that group, it's because you're one of us. But like I said, I haven't had a chance to talk to Megan yet, and so, which is why I haven't done this before. But anyway, the link is going to be below here. I'm going to figure out how to make that permanent, because when I upload my vlog, I don't type that every day, because I have a link to Christie's floss tube down there, and maybe her Etsy shop in my down bar. I will put this in my down bar so that it's in there every day, so that if you look, if you look tomorrow, it should be there too, I hope. Me and my technology. I can even book train tickets for my granddaughters and me. So anyway, so I'm very excited about the Facebook group, because having conversations, being able to have conversations will be really lovely. And I really apologize, Megan, for not just getting on the ball sooner with this, because she's had this going for over a week. And I've just felt like I wanted to talk about it, and then I didn't do that. So I don't know what that's about. So anyway, go down there, check it out. If you're on Facebook at all, you might as well add us to your group. And it's, like I said, it's a good way to have conversations. And I will try to be better. I'm like, oh, one more thing on social media I'm not doing right. I'll try to be better. Anyway. So that's the news for today. I'm expecting a quiet-ish day today. It's feeling very close outside, so I'm not sure how much time I'll be spending outside. And I finished my book. And I was getting ready to start the next book, and Dennis says, I'm a little tired early today, so I went to bed instead. So I didn't start my book, but I probably will today, because I'm interested in seeing what happens. It turns out this is Raymond Feist's newest series, because the 3rd book in the series comes out in July, which means, and it doesn't say that this is a trilogy. He has a tendency to have more than 3 books sometimes, so we will see. But I'm enjoying it. So far it's just been, there hasn't actually been a lot of action. It's mostly about building these characters and their lives and the world, and I mean, there's been some, but obviously, but he made me want to read the next book, which I consider a plus. So I might do that today. We shall see. But meanwhile, I will get the Facebook thing in the down bar so that I can help Megan, because she's done all the work so far. Thank you, Megan. Thank you for doing all the work. You're the best. Anyway, so I will say goodbye. I will see you tomorrow. Please, please, please stay safe and stay sane.